There is a DWP payment worth up to £5,959 a year. It is completely tax-free. Your savings do not matter. Your income does not matter. You do not need a carer. You do not even need a diagnosis for a specific condition. And right now, over 1 million pensioners who are entitled to it are not claiming it. Most of them have no idea it exists. But here is the part that makes this even bigger than the headline number. This payment does not just put £5,000 in your pocket. It triggers a chain reaction inside the benefit system that can unlock thousands more on top. And that second part is what the DWP will absolutely never explain to you. The payment is called Attendance Allowance. It is paid by the DWP to anyone who has reached state pension age and has a physical or mental health condition that means they need help looking after themselves or need someone keeping an eye on them for safety. There are two rates. The lower rate is £76.70 a week if you need help either during the day or during the night. The higher rate is £114.60 a week if you need help during both. That higher rate works out £5,959 a year paid directly into your bank account. Every 4 weeks, completely tax-free. Now here is where people get tripped up. They hear the word allowance and assume there is a means test. There is not. You could have £100,000 in savings. You could own your home outright. You could be receiving the full state pension plus a private pension on top. None of that affects your eligibility. This is not based on how much money you have. It is based entirely on how your condition affects your daily life. And the list of conditions that qualify is far wider than most people think. Arthritis, diabetes, heart disease, breathing problems, dementia, Parkinson's, depression or anxiety severe enough to affect daily routines, difficulty getting dressed, getting in and out of the bath, preparing meals safely, or getting around your home without risk of falling. If any of those describe your situation or the situation of someone you know, there is a strong chance they qualify. And one thing that catches people out, you do not need someone already caring for you. The DWP is asking whether you need help, not whether you are currently receiving it. That is a critical distinction, and it is the reason a huge number of people assume they do not qualify, when they absolutely do. But the real reason I am making this video is what happens after attendance allowance is awarded. Because the payment itself is only the beginning. The moment attendance allowance appears on your record, your income calculation for pension credit changes. Attendance allowance does not count as income for pension credit purposes, but it does trigger something called the Severe Disability Addition. That addition is worth an extra £81.50 a week on top of your pension credit. That alone is over £4,200 a year, and once pension credit is in place, everything else follows. Your council tax can drop to zero. The warm home discount knocks £150 off your electricity bill automatically. If you are 75 or older, your TV license becomes free. Your NHS dental treatment, sight tests and glasses are covered. One form. That is what separates a pensioner receiving the bare state pension from a pensioner receiving over £10,000 a year in combined support. One form that the DWP will never send you, never remind you about, and never encourage you to fill in. The form is called the AA1. You can request it by ringing the Attendance Allowance helpline on 08007 310122. They will post it to you. Fill it in based on how your condition affects you on a difficult day, not a good one. That is the single most important piece of advice for completing it. The DWP wants to understand your worst days, not your best. If you describe only how you manage when things are going well, your claim will likely be refused or awarded at the wrong rate. Attendance allowance. Up to £5,959 a year, tax-free, no means test. It triggers pension credit, council tax reductions, free NHS support, and more. The combined value can exceed £10,000 a year. Over 1 million people who are entitled are not claiming. Ring 08007310122 and ask for Form A1. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. I will see you in the next one.